And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode of The Flash, Season 7, Episode 13. Spoiler alert if you haven't caught up to the episode. So, how can I start this episode? First of all, the last time we saw Barry and Iris, they were trying to conceive a baby. Well, they're at it again. Literally getting themselves caught by Chester, who, by the way, who's now trying to, adjust to being inside Star Labs because Cisco's no longer part of the team. He's in Argus now, doing his own thing, still part of the show, and he'll probably come back probably near the end, I assume. So Chester's doing his thing. He accidentally catches Iris and Barry in a little fun time. We really don't see anything. It's just them two of them in the back of like a wall doing a little fun time. If you can picture that. So, that was kind of interesting. And then while that's all happening, we kind of see, this episode kind of gives us more about Cecile. And, first of all, the actress who plays Cecile, love her. She's amazing. She actually got more to do in this episode a lot because honestly, Cecile's always been that character that's just, she's Joe's wife, and she has her powers. She's useful when she needs to be, but she's never really used properly till tonight. And we got more information about who she is as a character, and something happens where some ancient being that's attached to a mask is like psychically, mentally empowers psychic links to Cecile. And we all know Cecile has psychic powers as well. So she this thing kind of merges with Cecile and entrapping her in her own mind. And she wakes up in kind of like a mental hospital. And then something happens where Barry gets involved and he starts talking to her about some cases she's working on. And then boom, he gets whammied as well. He's trapped in there with Cecile and they have no idea what's going on. So it's up to Caitlin, Iris, and Chester. They're trying to figure out how to stop this ancient, being from pretty much taking over Cecile's body and keeping that body permanently. What I liked about the episode was the fact that this being character, she had wore like a golden mask, and they had to get the mask back because the creature wanted the power mask on. It kind of reminded me of what Dr. Fate is all about. Dr. Fate has that ancient mask and gives him his own powers, but not in a psycho way, but still. It was very interesting. We got to see Chester trying to adjust to being a part of the team. He still feels like, yeah, I got big shoes to fill because he's trying to compare himself to Cisco, which he shouldn't because he's his own mind and he should be doing his own thing. But, he kind of feels that he has to be as good as Cisco was. So we got to see some cool moments where Iris telling him, hey, Chester, listen, we just want you to be you and be the best part of you. And, if you want to be our friend, all you got to do is just open up. Because Chester's always been that, he doesn't really know the team so well. Everybody loves Cisco because, we've been through with him for 7 seasons. So, with Chester, he only came like the last season? Maybe the season before? Anyway, so he doesn't, in the world, he doesn't really know the team so well because he's still brand new to the show and also to the world itself. But he'll get there. I actually like Chester. I think he's a fun character. I think he'll be, more hands-on with the team once the show goes to its final season. Hopefully, we'll get to see Cisco some more episodes. But I think when the next season comes around, we'll get more Chester. So that's pretty cool because I actually like the character. And the actor who plays him is pretty cool too. So, yeah, we also got to see that girl who hangs out with Ralph's character. She came back to try to help steal the mask because it was behind some lasers behind a vault in some museum that we're going to display in the next night. So I had to get the mask back. The creature thing found it after taking over Cecile's body. And she was going to use the Thinker's chair to boost up the power so that way the creature can stay inside Cecile's body, entrapping not only her and Barry inside her mind. By the way, we find out why Cecile and Barry are inside like a mental hospital is because Cecile actually had a nervous breakdown when her mother died when she was still practicing law. So she felt guilty but not going to the hospital where her mother died. She felt guilty that, you know, she didn't get to spend her last days with her because she was in court for the first time. So we got to see some more backgrounds of what Cecile as a character is. And I thought that was actually pretty cool. My only problem about this episode, and I think with Cecile and the whole character of Cecile, is where's her child? The last time we saw Cecile, she had a baby, and now it's gone. So I'm very curious about that. Nothing to do with her, but just very curious and odd. There's like no baby anymore. It's just her and Joe now. And by the way, Joe, even though he's not a cop anymore, he's still doing his detective work, and he's trying to figure out who that lady is and why the heck she's so obsessed with metahumans. Found out she pretty much abandoned her team in the middle of a frontline war. So there's something with that. So that should be interesting. And yeah, we're gonna find out what happens to yeah, we found out what happened with Cecile. So that was actually pretty fun. It was kind of cool to see her get some more episode moments in here. So that was fun. And I enjoyed it. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. And stay tuned for more. Thank you very much and have a good night.